Right, we're on. Hello everybody, Mark's Remarks here. And for those who have just been watching me a few moments ago on doing a live stream, I mentioned that I'm going to be making a casserole. Now, I've done a few casseroles before. A chicken casserole. I did a casserole with 4 meats. Check that out, Mark's Remarks casserole. It'll bring all them up. 4 meats, had sausages, had pork chop in there, 4 different types. This time I'm doing a beef casserole. Now, a few weeks ago I did I don't know what I did a curry or something with some of this. I bought like 4 or 5 of these packs because they were £4.60 and I got them for £1.15. Now, this new camera, this 4K camera, doesn't really sort of pick up close up. But anyway, £4.60 down to £1.15, £1.15. So as I mentioned, I picked up 4 or 5 of these. They've been in the freezer, and I'm going to be using all this in a casserole. It's going to have casserole, lots of veg, you've got onion. Anyway, let's get started. First thing we do is we're going to chop up a bunch of carrots. Now, they're going to be fairly chunky, you know. You see that they don't have to be super thin. You don't have to go into any special diagonal shapes or, you know, slice it. You don't know any of that crap, you know. Just cut them into chunks, you know. Just as easy as you can. I mean, cutting them long ways is fine, but you know, I'm not even bothering doing that. You know, like you know, cutting them lengthways there. Just cut them about a cent. You know, each chunk is about 1 centimetre. That's all you need. Okay, and then I'm going to put that in the bowl, because later on we're going to throw that into the casserole dish. Now, I'm going to pause for a moment. I'm just going to get I've got a load of these. I've got a pack of onions. Normally I go for the big onions, but then they're doing a pack, 39p. There you go, for 750 grams of onions. So I thought, you know, I'll give these small ones a go. I can use some of these in a sandwich or something. Okay, so I'm going to prepare some onions. There you go. I've peeled 3 onions. There you go. They're not like huge onions, but they're sort of mid-size. Anyway, I've taken the... Let's see, what shall I do here? I'll be careful not to cut my finger off. Right, I'm going to cut them that way. I mean, you don't need them tiny, you know. Basically, just cut them into. I mean, they'll fall apart anyway. I think all right, lost a little bit there. Yeah, just, you know, chunky's fine. In fact, just cut it in half. You don't really need to separate. You can separate them if you know. As you can see there, into the slices if you want. But basically, you don't want to cut them too fine. You're not making. Yeah, I mean, if you was mixing this into mincemeat, then yeah, you know, you'd be wanting it as, you know, chopped up. But you know, this is going to be a chunky casserole. Chunky carrots, chunky onion, chunky meat, chunky everything. Anyway, waffling on. There you go, just cut that up there. Separate them out a little bit. There you go. Not a lot. Oh boy. The fumes from the onions are starting to get to me now. Alright. There you go, and just throw it in there. That's all there is to it. Just chop them up, throw them in, and right, let's see what other veg I can whip up out of the freezer. Alright. Yeah, my eyes are starting to sting a little bit. Okay, I'm going to put some mixed peas in there. There's peas, there's a bit of carrots, a bit of sweet corn. Just actually throw that in there. Oh. Well, some ice in it, some ice in there as well for good measure. Alright. Alright, we've got that. What we got? Oh, a bit of sweet corn. That's always good. Put that in there. Yeah, because what I want to do, I want to try and make dinner tonight, and if I've got any, you know, I want to try and make a big bowl of it for take to work tomorrow. Put it in their microwave. And yeah, because I'm doing a really, really heavy exerting job, I need to eat a lot more, so I usually eat before I work and then a few hours later for my lunch break. Anyway. There you go, so that's that. Okay, the next job is, see, this is going to go in the casserole later on, but we're going to, or anyway, we're going to chop up the meat and cook the meat now. Right, now it's time for the, whatever meat you're using. This particular casserole, I'm using casserole beef, it says. But, I mean, I've used all kinds of meat. It says, you know, you just use anything in a casserole. Alright, that's that. And, let's see, turn it up to 10 out of 12 just to get the thing cooking. I'm going to do the usual, see, I mean, as you can see, I think you can see from there, these are pretty chunky bits of meat. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut them in half or each one into 3, you know, just so it's, you know, it makes more pieces per spoon. That's what I'm going to do. Anyway, I'll come back in a moment. I'm going to cut this up. There we go. As you can see, right, I've cut up the meat into quite small pieces, you know, because basically when I eat it, I want to be able to scoop this up with a load of meat and everything in it on one spoon. Everything's nice and brown. So, I'll turn the heat off. Next thing is to just pour the meat. There's no juices left in here, no oil or anything. So just pour all the meat into the casserole dish. Okay, there you go. You can see there's quite a bit in there. Lines the bottom of the dish. All the veg, the carrot, the onion, the sweet corn, the peas, pour that in over the top. There you go. Even right, because some of the veg is frozen. That's fine. Now, I'm going to use the casserole mix. There we go, casserole mix. This one's beef. I've got a couple. I thought I had more than these. I would have put 2 with this particular dish, but I've got 2 chicken ones and only 1 of these. So it requires 300 millilitres of water, but I want some more juice in this because I'm going to hopefully make some, take some into work tomorrow. So I want some juice, some liquid still in there. I don't want to be all dried out. So I've put 400 millilitres. Okay, I'm just going to give this a quick mix. And then once it's mixed, just pour it over the casserole. Yeah, sometimes you get a few lumps of this casserole powder still in there. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to put a little bit extra. Let's see, what am I going to do? 100 millilitres. So that makes it once 300, but I put in 400 because I want it to be. And now I'm going to put an extra 1, so that's going to be 500 millilitres of water. Oh, Jesus! Right, that's gone and spilt over there. Okay, there you go. Just give it a. You don't really need to give it a mix, but you can, you know, just give it a stir around. There you go. You see those onions getting big chunks of onion, big chunks of carrot, and it also, I mean, halfway round you can go in there and give it a mix anyway. Okay, I've just turned the oven on to try and get heated up, and the lid goes on. I've already chopped up the potatoes. All this white stuff is all lard, so I'm going to put that in. About 1/3 of a block. and cook everything in the oven for about an hour 45. Right. There we are. Temperature about 185. And we're going to put that in for an hour and 45. And here we are, an hour and 45 minutes later. The potatoes seem a little bit softer than normal. It's been a while since I've done these, and I can't remember exactly if I put them in the microwave before I put them in the oven. But I don't know, at least they're cooked. Okay, so that's for now. This is for packed lunch tomorrow. Along with, if I can get this on, this handle isn't the best. Getting off while you're while it's hot. Anyway, here is there's a close up of the casserole, looking very good. Okay. There's a lot of, remember I put a lot more water in here than I normally would. It wanted 300 millilitres. Okay, that'll do. Yeah, the rest of this I'm going to put into this little tub. I'll have that for tomorrow. It wanted 300 millilitres. I put in 4 and then I put out an extra 100 millilitres because I wanted some extra juice because I'm going to be reheating this at work. And I figure the microwave will take a lot of moisture out of that. There you have it. Now, it's slightly less than I would like to be eating tonight, but I definitely want to keep some for tomorrow, so I'll probably have something else with this. There you go, lots of beef, lots of potatoes, good wholesome veg. That was the onions. Soft, but there's still some crunch left in there, even though they've been cooking for an hour and 45. Remember the chunky carrots? Nice and soft. No crunchy, no crunch to them. Yeah, so I'll tell you, that's how simple it is. I'm using beef, as you saw, £4.60 down to £1.15. It seems like pretty good meat. But I bought them because they're on special, of course. But you can use any cuts of beef in this, or any the cheapest cuts you can find, because basically you're going to chop them into little pieces, fry them, bake the bejesus out of them in a casserole dish. So any cheap meat will do. It's going to get mixed up with all the veg. Yeah. Very nice. There you have it. Beef casserole, mixture of veg, onion, potatoes, carrots. Sweet cool. Thank you for watching.